Um, we fought, and I just talked to them about how hard we fought and controlling the controllables. I thought early we gave them too many threes, and we talked about it. It was something that we had worked on. They want to either shoot threes or get it inside, and I thought we adjusted in the second half to that. But when we talk about competing and fighting to the end, and where this team is building and where this team is going, we don't like moral victories, but this team is going to win a lot of games playing as hard as we did. And so I don't want to take that from them. There are things in this game that I can't talk about, but I'm going to talk about my team's fight.
Can you talk to me about the team's rally in the second half against a good Iowa State team?
Well, we're a good team too. And so you're going to see, teams go on runs in this league in the Big 12, and we showed that we belong on this stage. And so we controlled what we needed to control in the second half, spotting them early from three. It's hard to go threes against twos, but I thought we adjusted there. I thought our defense was really good in the second half. Audie was under her average today, but there's so many contributions from our team that I'm proud about. And on the defensive end, if you look at the stats in each quarter, right, we won the quarters down the stretch, but it was that first quarter. But it didn't come down to that. At the end of the game, it's a two-possession game, right? We got the bucket that we wanted, right? Whether it was a stop or the foul or whatever it may be, we fought till the end.
When you look at, speaking of the fouls, obviously 12 to 13 from the line, and you were, what, 92% from the line, but I know it's within the flow of the game, but from your standpoint, you're kind of, in that second half as it's going on, telling them to go to the hoop more and start drawing more fouls?
We did. We went to the hoop, right? We went to the hoop. And whether it fell or not, or whether we got the shot or not, we went to the hoop. She went to the hoop. So we can't make the call, but they did execute what we wanted them to do.
When you have to prepare from Crooks, but then they got the
Three
shooters out there, how much of a challenge is it to try to defend everything?
Well, I think we adjusted there. I thought Bea had single coverage and did a phenomenal job. I thought Kennedy Basham had single coverage. We had talked about trapping more with her, but she held her own. And so we kept our guards home. We talked about not over-helping. And so in that second half, we made a huge adjustment of just having the single coverage, and you saw the benefit of that.
Take me through the moment when ASU forced a 5-second violation.
What was our defense, right? A lot of good defense. We want to be disruptive. That was great momentum for us. But again, it's a team that's competing and fighting to win. So doing whatever we needed to do. It was great having ice on the ball, a lot of good length on the ball. But it was just a team that was just fighting to the end.
JB, we saw you jawing a little bit in that fourth quarter after some of your buckets. Can you talk about how competitive this Big 12 conference is and how much that plays you?
The Big 12 is I think it's one of the best conferences in the nation. I think the Pac was a really, really good conference. So for us to just come and prove to people, it gets me going, especially when the ball is going. And who doesn't want the ball to go in, right? So once that starts happening, we start looking for where we can get other people engaged, where we can find our other teammates, because they're going to send at least two to me. So just having Vea down low to get that kickback, or even when Jazz was in the corner, just spotting up Jaya, spotting up Kennedy, spotting up, they were knocking them down. So I think it's very, very good.
And then your guys' run kind of started at the beginning of that third quarter. Could you guys talk about what adjustments were made at halftime, and what was the message to get that ball started?
Well, it was winning time, right? And so I think a lot of the single coverage with the post, not over-helping, switching on certain ball screens, where we wanted to send them off those ball screens, limiting them, and you saw us increase our rebounding. I felt like we weren't rebounding and being competitive on the glass, putting foul pressure on them, putting pace in transition. So we just upped our tempo, offensively and defensively, the way that we wanted to play.
Now, when they put in that many threes in the first quarter, what is kind of the message to the team to try and come back from all that?
Don't let them shoot those threes. That was the message. It wasn't a surprise because it's either a three or a layup. So we had shorter closeouts. We had to get all the way there. We had to run them off the three-point line, right? Make them dribble, make them put the ball on the court. And so I thought in the second half we adjusted there.
Did you feel, you were saying with Kennedy down low and even but just their post getting even more and more frustrated because I'm not asking you to comment on the facts, I know better, but with Kennedy and the way she was playing, even the Van, just what does that do for your
Oh,
offense?
it's confidence booster, right? It's a confidence booster. Again, I'm not taking anything away from Audie. She's one of the top posts in the country. We know that, but I thought we held our own, and to hold her under our average, again, people talk about Audie. We talk about Bea and KB, and I thought KB at 6'7", she hadn't seen anyone like her, and so I think this is a confidence booster for both of them, letting them know what they can do, how they can impact the game for us, and people are going to have to game plan for both of them.
When you talk about that confidence booster, how do you guys plan to build off of that heading into Saturday's game and just moving forward this season?
Well, again, we'll go back and we'll start preparing for Baylor, right? We got to learn from this in areas of whether it's how we start the game or the adjustments that we're going to make. But Baylor's a different animal than Iowa State. And so we're going to turn the page quickly. You got to have a short memory, but we got to remember this fight. Then we have to start with it, right? Come out ready, and that starts tomorrow in practice.
After playing two games at Mola Arena, do you see the difference or similarities between Desert Financial Arena and that?
Well, again, we just love having our fans here. I mean, fans cheering us on, super supportive. There's no bad seat in Mullet. It's like the energy is electric in here. And so we have the benefit of two arenas. Not everyone can say that. So that's the benefit here with us. We just want all those people to transfer over to DFA on Saturday.